I feel like I saw Kim Kardashian like walking somewhere. I can't remember where she was walking and her hair was like behind her and she had this posture and I was like, that's just exactly what you've been doing.
Wait, really?
Yeah, you've been just you've
That's
like
the
taken on a
nicest-
posture of a Kardashian.
That's the best compliment I've ever received.
Yeah.
I live in a fantasy where I'm a Kardashian.
What's your birth order?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like,
It's
where
like-
are you? Are you a Courtney who's like the oldest and, or
I
are
think,
you-
okay, I'm not the oldest, but I do feel a combo of Courtney and Kim.
What
No.
about Rob?
You're one
No,
of
Rob?
Scott's kids. You're one of Scott's kids. You're
no,
nothing.
but he is the Jewish one. You're right.
You're nothing.
What are you? Kim is obviously the best, but Courtney is the
Look,
same height as me, which is so cool.
Guys, I don't want to say it, but I feel like my shoulders have. I don't want to be, but I'm Chloe.
Wait, no, I'm Chloe.
You're Chloe?
The width of my shoulders alone beats the width
Annie,
of
you're
yours.
Rob.
I'll be Rob. I'm Black China.
Oh no, that is the best role. I take it back. That's the best one.
I'm Black China's mom.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Get a break from your thoughts with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/TrashTuesday today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/TrashTuesday.
Stop wasting money on things you don't use, Esther. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions, Khalyla, and manage your money the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/TrashTuesday. That's rocketmoney.com/TrashTuesday. rocketmoney.com/TrashTuesday.
Thank you to our sponsor, PricePicks. Go to PricePicks.com/TrashTuesday and use code TrashTuesday for a first deposit match up to $100. That's PricePicks.com/TrashTuesday and use code TrashTuesday for a first deposit match up to $100. PricePicks, it's daily fantasy sports made easy.
It's not the best part.
I'm Stormy.
I want to be Dream. Okay, well, let's talk to the audience for a second.
Sorry.
Welcome to our show. Things are a little different around here. Does someone else want to?
Welcome to Bloodbath, the
No,
revival.
not yet.
The revival.
Maybe, though. We're working on it, we think. Our new producer's ex-husband is a lawyer, and so we think that's going to help us.
We think maybe we can use some of the money he took from her and be like, can we use this,
We have a brand new set, and we actually made the first huge change since we've been doing this show. We have a whole new team of producers. It was just kind of time for some fresh
Meat.
baby's blood.
Juicy girl meat.
And we have female producers who are awesome that we met when they were helping us produce our live show, and we just all clicked, and it was kind of time for a change. And so,
Here we are.
yeah.
I feel like our posture's better.
I feel like
Yours
my posture
is.
is
You're
so
up.
good right now, which is like,
Looks like you got a new set, if you know what I mean.
should I though?
No.
What?
Don't get a boob job.
But you know
again.
how the whole thing now is micro implants?
Really?
So yeah, before I don't think they used to make implants that were smaller than like 300 cc's or something
Can
like
I
that.
see micro implants before and after? Are we able to pull those
but
up?
the look is basically the Olivia Rodrigo look, which is you can tell, I don't know, I'm not going to speak to whether or not she's got anything done, but it is the micro boobs,
That is definitely.
Oh no. Esther, how did you get your pictures up there?
Okay, those are braces, which I also
If braces
incidentally
were a
want.
person.
Incidentally, I want micro braces.
So it's a very tiny enhancement. I think they're like 200
Cute.
cc's. You're maybe getting up to like a full B.
This is real. Like, I know people who have done this, and I think it's kind of awesome. And my whole life have always been like, I want breast implants.
Really?
Yes, ever since I was little, I prayed for boobs. I was like, if I don't get the ones I want, I'm going to get implants. And like, up until literally
But you got one that you like.
yeah. They're, they have really
No,
good.
they're great.
They're fraternal. Isn't that what we say? One's Annie and one's Max. That's her twin brother that doesn't call her back. But up until this past year, there has been so much news about breast implant illness. Like, it's now its own illness. Do you know this?
Yeah,
No.
Before it used to just be like anecdotal, right? Like girls like me would say, "Hey, I'm taking my implants out because I have X, Y, and Z happening to me," and it really only happened after my implants. But I think more and more research is going into it. And I do think like there's a foreign body going into you. Like it can only trigger some weird shit.
Like a bacterial infection.
I mean, not for everybody, because I mean, my sister has, I have friends who have implants and with zero complications. But for me, immediately I felt different. Immediately, everything about me, including my mood, including my anxiety.
But you also didn't even like them, right?
No, because I had asked for full C's and I woke up with double
That's
D's.
such a
That doctor was horny.
And you know what he said, right? He said basically, because my breasts are further set apart, that if he didn't put bigger implants, I wouldn't really have a full cleavage. But I'm like, wait, but maybe I didn't want a full, like,
Also,
cleavage.
a squish full cleavage is weird. Like when it's like you're not touching it and there's cleavage. Like that, you meant?
Yeah.
Ew.
I still can't believe that day when I met you, when you had your implants in, you wouldn't show them to me.
Because I didn't like them.
I've never seen your tits and it's infuriating.
You've
I saw her
seen
tits
my
in
tits.
10 seconds. She pulled mine out. Mine were out.
I'll text them to you right now. Can
But
you
okay.
just grade my tits? I'm going to text them to you
But
right now.
so you actually felt physically sick as well when
That's
you got
when
your
my
implants.
heart stuff started happening. That's when a lot of like weird autoimmune stuff started happening for me. I started shitting blood. Like all the weird stuff happened
that
after
was our
my boob
connection.
job.
This is actually really affecting the trajectory of my life because my whole life I feel a lot of confidence from my breasts, right? I love them.
They're great.
I've always loved breasts. I was breastfed till I was 3.5. Like I just have this really, I always tell like Rick Glassman or any guy, like if you got breast implants, like I would be attracted to you.
Yeah.
But now, and so I've always felt like, okay, obviously I'm going to get older. Like one day I might have a kid, but I will always be able to fix them because that's the magic of like science that men created for us.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm like, I will not be sick for the price of looks.
Yeah.
So now what? Annie, what's it like?
To be sick for the price of looks? To have these big fake boobs? I don't know. I like my fake boobs. I think,
You actually do have huge boobs randomly. Did you get micro? Is that why we're talking about
No,
this?
You just eat more. You eat more.
Wait, did you get my text? I sent you my tits.
Guys, I love this set.
But
It's
this
so
is a
cute.
cheat because I am laying down
Wait,
and
this is not the fake boobs, right?
no, this is my current boobs, but
Oh
I
my
am
God,
laying
they're
down
so
and
good.
I waited for
Oh,
them
they're
to get really
great.
hard and dark.
It looks like you don't have an arm.
I can't believe you don't show these off.
Those are the best they can.
I'm
they
looking
can
at
look.
the
They don't always
vagina.
look that. When I'm standing, they don't look that great.
I'm looking at that bald beef.
Her body, that's like, I don't even want to talk about it anymore because it's not fair to the viewers.
But they're okay, right?
It's okay.
You can have
They're just
you
okay.
can have anything you want in this world. I want you to know that.
She knows. Don't you know? A little bit.
A little bit since
Yeah.
meeting you guys. I've been convinced. Yeah.
But would you think you would never get implants again, right?
I'll be as honest as possible. There are times when I look at my body and I'm like, oh shit. Like it's not that because I only had implants for a year and a half. So there
That's a
wasn't a whole lot of
while.
stretch. What?
I just got this picture along with hers, and then my nipples just like out.
Wait, who sent you that?
Troy Conrad.
I see.
My tits out.
Let me see.
Like, he's blind. Why are all my photographers blind, by the way? Every photographer I have is like, they're like looking at the pictures like, I think this one's good.
You know that
Like, my full
episode of
tits out.
Seinfeld where Elaine gets a photo shoot and then everyone's like, "Oh, I see your nipple." It's like that is violating. Oh my
My whole
god.
tits out.
So when I'm standing fully naked in the mirror, my thoughts are this. I'm like, I look great. I feel strong. Tits are a little weird. Those are my three thoughts every time I look in the mirror. And that's because...
Was it before boob job too? Or
no, after boob job.
'Cause they're
It
not the
does
same as
something.
what they
It's not
were.
even that it's true that they're weird. It's just that you've done something to your body that you cannot undo. And there is sort of this feeling of betrayal where I'm like, why did I do this? So there's a sadness there where I'm like, oh, I feel like I mutilated myself. And I think that how I feel about myself filters through this thing I did. And even though
Through the
every
nipple?
guy, through the nipple, and every guy I've been with is like, no, your boobs are just fine. But I cannot get it out of my head that I've mutilated
they
myself.
don't say just fine.
They say it's okay.
You know,
I don't have they're okay. They're mid.
Kylie Jenner was having this same conversation on the Kardashians. She was like, I had great boobs. I don't know why I did this. I think this is a common thing. And you are right to bring this up because I did just read something that breast implants are like still thriving. Like they're
more than ever.
Yeah, it's like more popular with Gen Z. And also the young girls are so like open about it. Like the influencers are like, just got my boobs done. I feel like in our day, it was like secret.
I know, but they weren't. You know?
But they
It
weren't.
was like they were so obvious.
Yeah, because they were so back then. They were very high profile, very tight up top. Like that was the look of like the 90s, right? The very tight titties.
Mine are uneven, so when I look in the mirror, I just like kind of like pull one shoulder back, and then I'm like, oh, I look good. Like,
And
I
then
do
the chin
this.
does that.
And then
You're like, oh, this is perfect.
I'm like, they're amazing. Dave, come look.
What are the three
It's
thoughts
like with the dog. You're like, come look at the dog.
Yeah.
when you stand in front of a mirror completely naked? What are the first three thoughts that come to mind?
Okay, the first is obviously the boob unevenness.
Okay.
The stomach is just never. It's just never gonna be what your dream is. Am I wrong?
No, you are wrong.
What?
You're wrong. There are days where I'm like, my stomach is incredible.
If
Well,
Annie.
Listen, I'm like delusional. So if I work out one time, I'm like, I'm the hottest girl in LA. I can't believe it. I'm ripped. It's like I see the journey. I'm like, oh my God, in like 6 weeks, like watch out. And then I completely stop working out again. But I've been doing a thing where I just buy baggier clothes.
Yes.
And everyone goes, oh my God, skinny queen. I'm like, yeah.
Wait, that is such a hack. I do the same thing.
You just
Same.
buy like, yeah, you go, oh God, ooh, these used to fit.
And I do it with shirts too.
Yeah.
They have to be double XL or bust.
What do you guys do you have insecurities if you look at like full naked body of yourself?
If I have a spray tan, you can't hurt me. If I don't have a spray tan, I don't know. It just depends. I'm always like, all right, I want to work out more or whatever. I'm always in the process. I'm always like looking at my before picture going like with a lot of grace going, oh, I can't wait till I start working out every day.
So you just called yourself in the mirror your before picture?
Yeah. I just go, oh my God,
Constant ever.
this is going to be so cute. No, I don't know. I told you guys when I was in yoga and I had the realization where I was like, oh, I have to just like love myself no matter what.
Duh.
Yeah,
No, but like really, like
That
not
is-
like adjusting and stuff. I have to just. Be
That
like,
is the whole-
It has nothing to do with how I look.
that is the
Yeah.
whole idea
We
behind.
know that. I know that. That just
Can
because
you get your little hand away from me?
I can't.
That's the whole idea behind Rat Girl Summer. Like Rat Girl Summer is just full acceptance. Eat everything. There is no embarrassment. Show off your thick arms. Like the whole idea is just like full acceptance.
And
of-
how old are we with Rat Girl?
I'm having a Rat Girl Summer.
I actually think I didn't realize till now, but I am definitely having
No,
that.
you're a rat face summer.
I have rat life summer.
You like being in basements. You nibble food.
Yes. Also, I'm not doing my nails anymore. I literally didn't even show up with makeup today. I'm like, I just don't have the energy. Like, I don't care.
Wait, you took your jewelry off too?
That I can't explain. I don't know what. I think because I
Wait.
was traveling.
No, because I did the same thing yesterday. I just got so sick of everything that I tore it off my body. I'm like, I just need my nails to be unpolished. I need my body to be bare. And I had this feeling like I need to just be absolutely naked off everything. But then I see Annie, and she is never been more jeweled up.
I just got more. I haven't been wearing earrings for a while. I got new hoops. I went to the mall and I shop.
Wait, talk to me
shopped.
about the snake necklace.
Snake necklace. Well, now I'm
From-
the mother of reptiles. We have 2 snakes since last we spoke. Another
2
one
new
coming.
ones?
There's one that has a pug face. I don't know what it's called. I think it's a pug nose snake. I want that too. So I'm a mother of snakes. Then an ankh I always see when I do ayahuasca. I don't
Yeah,
really know what an
it's
ankh
Egyptian.
means.
Where is the snake necklace from?
It's all from the same place. I can't remember what it's called.
At the
Child
mall?
of something. Child of something. But then, and then this is 555. This is for Vanessa, my soon-to-be mother-in-law. How cute is the hognose snake?
Is that it?
Wait, you got to show the
Oh,
face.
wait, that is cute.
Wait, where's his face? Right there. How cute
Super
is that?
cute.
Dude, my favorite thing is when I'm walking around, like, my neighborhood or like the yard
And
or
people
something.
think you're a pug-nosed snake.
That is also my favorite thing. But when I see lizards, when I see little fucking reptiles, I just get so giddy. And yesterday I saw the cutest baby one. Like, I love. Do you see them in LA?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do.
It's such a treat. I'm like, we could capture
I see them in Todd's room a lot. There's literally 1,000 now. It's every time I go to town, he gets a new reptile.
Do you make love in front of lizards?
They watch. They're interested. No, Randy. We have to like. Randy's so annoying. He's such a cockblock problem. He's
Really?
so
Does he
jealous.
chase them? Or
He-
does,
no, he even like when Todd comes to kiss me, Randy like it's like we're trying to take his food. He's like,
oh, wait a
Wait.
second. I want to talk about this. I truly think
he
that
doesn't like our love.
no, this is a real thing I want to discuss because I think that you know how they say like, oh, children get in the way of your sex life. My animals got in the way of my sex
Yeah,
life.
you have to like,
You
and
have
then they're
7
whining outside.
animals.
You have to,
They
like-
do not like when they used to hate it when Bobby and I would even come close to each
Yeah.
other. They would intervene and they hated. They'd start barking really loud, so we couldn't have them in our bedroom because they would just
What does Donut lick
cock
you?
block.
Is
Like,
Donut in
we
there?
have no issues. Donut is like there on the corner of the bed, just like zoning out, pretend she's leaving her body, but she's pretending to like be okay. Sometimes though, we'll be like, let's just leave her in the living room, but it is hard for us. And also sometimes, like, this is making me laugh so hard. Like, we'll be like getting into it, and then she'll just like walk up to us and start like licking one of us, and it kills me. Like, because we're both so desperate for that love for her that like I can't turn her
Yeah.
away. I'm like, Dave, like, please hold on, and he's like, he gets so mad at me, but it's so cute.
It's like forced edging.
But I can't believe your dog. You're
He's
one.
so
I understand
annoying.
7 animals, but you're one dog.
No, it's so annoying.
No, but they
It's
all
horrible.
hate the love. All 7 of
What?
my animals would
He
cock
wants
block.
to be like on like Randy wants to be like here on me at all times, which is so exciting, and he loves me.
I'm so
Wait, I have to tell you
jealous.
about this necklace because it's very cute what I did. So it's 555, and in Laos, ha is 5, so it's ha 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 in Laos.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cute.
I like that.
Isn't that cute?
That's super cute.
I got it for Vanessa, my
What do
soon-to-be
you-
mother-in-law.
What do you guys think of couples taking MDMA together to save their relationship?
Doesn't sound great.
It's like this new thing of like couples therapy where they add either
I think they've been
ketamine
doing
or
it for a
MDMA.
long time.
Yeah, I think, but it's more mainstream
Yeah.
now. I think before people would just do it on their own, but now they have like assisted ones that couples do. And apparently it's sort of like if you're stuck somewhere in your relationship, like some people describe it as like, I never knew him or I never knew her until now.
Sounds fun. I want to do it.
I do too.
We should do it, the 3 of us together.
What it?
It's your best bet.
I've never done MDMA, so we have to ask Annie. Like, why does this make sense to you?
I don't. Is MDMA is like what is it? It's not Molly, right?
Molly.
Oh, let's definitely do it. Guys, are you serious? Our 4th cast member should be named Molly. Should be here all the time.
Does it make sense to you though that this could save relationships?
It just, yeah, you just feel good. You're happy.
Does it unlock something sexually about you?
Yeah, you're like horny. The wind blows. You're like,
But you can't even
"Ooh."
have sex on Molly, right? Or can you? Or should you?
You can. I mean, I guess people say you shouldn't because you'll be too like.
Who have you done it with? Sex, not Molly.
Well, do we have a while? By the way, I'm so sick of this like high value woman thing now that's out.
Wait, explain it to me.
Yeah.
Because they all wanted us to be sluts, and now they're like, whoa, 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 is your count over 2? I'm like, whoa, 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 you guys were tearing our underwear off. What the hell is going on now? Now you want a high value woman? Fuck yourself.
I think a high value woman, I have a different description of a high value woman. I think
That
a
you
high
do.
value woman is someone who's by the age of 35 has been married twice. Someone with a body count of at least 45 and up. And someone who's just really, really burned through rubber. You know what I mean? Like burned some rubber. Like actually lived a
Oh.
lot.
like if you're under 20, like I'm like, did you have a life?
Exactly.
Wait,
Did
if
you
you're
have a
under
life?
20 years old or
No, under 20 count.
oh fuck.
Don't try to pretend.
I am definitely not.
Under 20?
I'm definitely under.
Then
20.
you're 19.
What?
You guys.
Annie, look at me.
I don't think I have no judgment. Like, I
have judgment on you.
I
Get this
for sure have
nerd off the
judgment.
show.
I am wearing glasses. I'm not hiding it.
And I know that more than 20 men have jizzed on those glasses.
It's not true.
Under 20, huh?
Like, I could go under another. We could go under a smaller number.
Don't say 10.
Let's get back to talking about high value women, because I do agree with you that it's not about body count at all, and it's just about how you carry yourself. And also, I know that you just threw in twice divorced because you just found out our new producer she's been married twice.
No, when Stella says I'm on my second marriage, I'm like, oh, I respect you infinitely more. Like, I feel like you have so much more wisdom.
No, but also you said you made a promise in front of all your loved ones, and then you were like, nah.
Yeah, and I always say the trick to getting proposed to is not caring and just being like, I just didn't care at all about getting proposed to with either of them. And then they were like, oh, this is a challenge I have to.
Really wish I had met you 10 years ago.
Yeah, Esther did the opposite.
Yeah, it wasn't easy.
Mine backfired. Playing cool girl backfired.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I don't care about marriage. And they were like, okay, cool. Neither do I.
Yeah, I think it depends on the guy. But
I just really always said, I was like, do not propose to me. Like, I would have lost my mind if any of the guys I dated proposed to me. Or if Todd had proposed to me before we started talking about it, it would have ended it. I don't think I would have stayed with him.
But, okay, so hear me out. So I was talking to my friend Sawyer, who you know through Stella.
Oh, yeah.
Barry, who was on our show. And basically we were like, wait a second. Like, that is something, I think that I want one shitty elopement under my belt. Before I turn 40, I want some weird, reckless thing. And I think because I never did drugs, right? And it's like, I'm feeling a little bit
Oh my God, I did get married. Wait a second.
Oh no.
What?
I did get married on Molly. I got married on ecstasy to Mark Medina, my Mexican boyfriend, Darky Marky. We got married. We had a whole ceremony. My friend had been ordained. And so we were all fucked up and we got married.
Is he like going to come at you for half your money?
We didn't sign it. I think you have to sign something.
Okay.
Imagine if by next week you have to start paying alimony.
I'm representing him.
Wait, did I tell you
I know what you're making.
Did I tell you that I reconnected? I think I told you guys this because he was the one that was like, he came back to me years later and was like, I had to go to this Chinese medicine doctor to deal with all my, and I realized how much I hurt you and I was like, oh, I was not in love with you.
Yeah, relax, buddy.
I was like,
We're
I'm
good.
fine. And then we were hanging out again and we made out. There was a vibe one night. We made out, but he had his Invisalign on still. It was so disrespectful to have it was so smooth. And we made out. I was like, ew, is your Invisalign?
Wait, this is a real question I have. So, because I'm thinking about getting Invisalign.
No, I love your teeth.
No, I don't want to close the gaps. So apparently I need to separate the bottoms a little bit because my bite is causing me TMJ pain. So it's not about the gaps.
I did Invisalign for my overbite, and it helped a lot.
So basically what she said...
It helped a lot. Yeah, it was a lot worse.
Dr. Yamada basically said this. She was like, we don't need to close the gaps completely. She's like, I agree. Keep your teeth. They're super cute. But we need to kind of fix your bite a little bit better. So I agreed to it. But here's the thing. How often do I have to wear it? Should I make out in my Invisaligns?
No.
Can I?
I only slept in mine.
It's so nasty.
You only slept in yours?
Yeah, which is not that good. You're not supposed to. But, dude, my Pilates teacher will, literally show up to class on the mic in her Invisalign. I'm like, you don't need it right now. You don't need to have the trays in.
You remember when I had the thing for a second for my TMJ,
the night guard?
Yeah, and I had a day guard, and the guy was like,
"You have a day guard? I've never heard of that."
He was like, you don't have a lisp, and I was like, I have a lisp, and he was like, you don't. I was like, I have a fucking, and I was like, I talk for a living, and he's like, you're fine, and he was like, you cannot take this off. There was one I had to wear during the day, and I just wasted $5,000.
Well, if I get Invisaligns, they have to put those little nubs on my teeth.
I had those. They're horrible.
Okay, so that's another thing. It's I can't have that and be single, right? I won't catch a dick for years.
Yes,
You're not wrong.
Love it.
You're not wrong. I was so insecure when I had those nubs on. But you have big lips that kind of might hide them. Yeah, I forgot what they're
But not
called.
when I smile or oh, you mean even when I'm talking?
Yeah.
They'll think you're brooding because you won't be smiling.
No, it looks like you have like a chunk of food stuck to your tooth.
You guys, you know what I want to do? I want to do a palate expander
Why?
so I can rest my tongue better, because all of my TMJ and everything I have is because I don't have the right tongue posture. I've been working on it. I've been like having my tongue down. You're supposed to have your tongue down up on your roof. And as a kid, you're supposed to not sleep with your mouth open because it you don't develop like a wide enough but when they do these palate expanders, you get a huge gap for a while, like really big gap, like a tooth-sized gap.
Wait, that's your
And
dream.
then it has to go back in.
That's hot.
No, it's
You're gonna look
not.
like Michael Strahan.
It's a Michael Strahan. It's like a big one.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. I would love nothing more than a break from my own thoughts. I'm just gonna keep it real.
We have MHDs. Mental health days are a big part of my life. They happen to me whether I want them to or not. It's inevitable. And I use therapy as a way to get through my days, especially the ones where I can't get out of bed. And if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try.
I wish they had BetterHelp when I was in high school and I found out that my best friend was dating my boyfriend. And it was just 17 kids in my class, so it was like you couldn't really escape
Everyone
it.
knew.
So I just was at home depressed, getting tutored from home. Which, by the way, BetterHelp is like getting tutored in therapy.
I think it's a great place to start. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. And the best part is you can switch therapists
You can hang
anytime.
up on them. Go, I
You
don't
really
even like
can.
you. Bye.
Exactly, and you can switch therapists for no additional charge, which is such a difficult thing to do usually when it's not set up this way.
Also, I've had therapists that are looking a little low. A little low when you're sitting in that chair, okay? BetterHelp, it's neck up, baby.
Get a break from your thoughts with BetterHelp. That sounds nice. Visit BetterHelp.com/TrashTuesday today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/TrashTuesday.
Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. And let me tell you, boy, did I need this. I didn't realize I had been paying years for like an insect finder app.
I mean, what, to have find your pets?
My best friends, guys.
How else are we gonna find friends?
Do you have any
Is that your dating
special-
app?
No, it's basically an app where you identify insects in your home. I
No,
guess
I
once
had the
lived.
plant one where you go
I
and you're
still
like,
have
what
that
plant
one.
it is.
That's an important one to have.
I don't use it.
You don't?
I have Todd. He's the plant finder.
Do you have any apps like that are reptile related for your new
I
babies?
don't have that yet, but I will say that I downloaded an app and subscribed to a service where my phone could be my garage key. And then I realized that it didn't have the right serial number on it. So I just am paying to still lose my garage key, and my phone does not work as it.
Rocket Money can even negotiate to lower your bills for you by up to 20%. All you have to do is take a picture of your bill, and Rocket Money takes care of the rest. We all need this. Rocket Money also lets you monitor all your expenses in one place, recommends custom budgets based on your past spending, and they'll even send you notifications when you've reached your spending limits. I don't know anyone in my life who doesn't need this app.
I know you don't want it sometimes.
And they make it so difficult to cancel anything. That button is so hard to find, and it's all, you have to scroll all the way down.
Do you know what I found out? I was subscribed to the same Patreon twice. How is that possible?
It was your own. Stop wasting money on things you don't
It was
use.
yours for $1.
Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and manage your money the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/TrashTuesday. That's rocketmoney.com/TrashTuesday. rocketmoney.com/TrashTuesday.
Guys, I never fantasized about sports until money got involved. And now I get it. I get it, okay? I'm usually sitting on the sidelines cheering Todd on, but the fact that now I get to be a part of this with Prize Picks is a bigger prize than I could ever pick for myself.
You guys, Prize Picks is the most fun I've had, winning 25 times my money this football.
She loves it. Listen, Khalyla
I
uses
love
this
it so
all the
much.
time.
Football season is like my whole life.
Guys, when I say foot, she says ball, okay? When you say foot, I say no, you can't see them.
You guys,
We
Annie,
love
you're
this
not
stuff,
lying.
but listen.
Annie, do you know you just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projected stats, and then place your entry.
It's
That's
so
it.
easy. They give you $100, you guys. This is crazy.
Prize Picks is really simple to play. I can make my picks and submit my entry in less than 60 seconds. It's quick withdrawals, easy game.
I'm so sorry.
Hold on a second. With Prize Picks, it's really quick withdrawals, easy gameplay, and an enormous selection of players and stat types.
I didn't know you were a New Yorker.
What?
Who withdrawals?
I don't know how to say that word. I don't know. How do you say it? Because my other option is withdrawals.
Listen, they're all good. Keep going. Leave this in.
Hold on, let me get that right. Quick withdrawals, easy gameplay. Quick withdrawals, easy gameplay, and an enormous selection of players and stat types are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Did you know that, Annie?
I want to put a $100 bet on you not being able to say withdrawals.
Annie, you can't bet on that. Prize Picks now offers Apple Pay for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. We like things that are quick and easy.
Yes, easy, easy. Take my money, make me money. Let's go, 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 go.
We have a winner!
I won.
Do you guys know who I'm selecting this week on Prize Picks? Aaron
Patrick
Rodgers
Mahomes.
for more than 3 passing touchdowns. Did you know that, Annie?
Who's
Justin
Josh
Jefferson.
Allen? He sounds hot.
Odell Beckham Jr. for more than 50 yards and Josh Allen for more than 2 passing touchdowns.
Why
Should we
are
call
you
Max for this?
laughing?
Max.
Max, where are
You're
you?
so full of shit.
Prize Picks offers weekly promotions that can lead to big payouts like Taco Tuesday. Each Tuesday, Prize Picks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value. Prize Picks now offers Apple Pay for quick and easy deposit. Oh, you already said that.
That's
Yeah.
great. Apple Pay, baby. Let's make this simple.
Saquon Barkley for more than 60 yards. Saquon. And Patrick Mahomes for more than 2 passing touchdowns.
Go to prizepicks.com/Trash Tuesday and use code Trash Tuesday for a first deposit match up to $100. That's prizepicks.com/Trash Tuesday and use code Trash Tuesday for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. Back to the thing you said about a guy came up to you and was like, "I'm sorry I hurt you," and you were like, "I didn't care about you."
It was my greatest revenge.
Why is my instinct that if a guy did that, I would literally, like, no matter what the truth was, I would milk it and be like, "Yeah, you really hurt me,"
I
and
know. I
like
could have gotten some sunglasses.
dramatize it and like make him feel bad and just like see where we can
I
take
don't think
it.
it would make him feel bad.
I
I
think
think it
saying
would
I didn't
feed
love-
his ego somehow and be like, wow,
But
like
you
I
could
meant
get
so much
You
to
could
her.
get gifts out of it.
Like what kind of gifts?
Well, I don't know. Okay, so I had a boyfriend who did fuck me over. Like took money from, but he didn't steal money. But we went on a road trip.
He took money from you?
No, okay, we went on a road trip for spring break. My friend John, I'm still friends with him. He's so crazy. But we went on a trip for spring break. I had a prospective student come visit me. And like she was looking at the college, so she stayed in my dorm with me, and I like took her around. But I would just be like, "Do you like Coke?" I would like take them. I'd be like, "I'm gonna show you like."
Wait, that's what recruit trips are for, to take drugs. I almost died at Ohio State on my recruit
Yeah.
trip. I came back with like bilateral pneumonia and I was in the hospital for 2 weeks because
Yeah.
I smoked that much weed.
Oh my God.
Well,
you
I want them. I
guys.
don't want. I want them to like see what like is the good part of the school, which is like the hang, like
party.
College is about
Yeah.
like learning social.
And she's
hangs,
right. Annie's right.
I think.
Cocaine is, you have to offer that to your recruits.
Do you like Coke? I can get you Coke. What do you want?
Yeah, I agree.
Do you like
fully.
MDMA? Do you want to watch me get married to a Mexican?
Darky Marky?
He named himself Darky Marky. Don't come for me, or come for me. It's cute. But so, okay, so we went on this road trip and we picked up my prospective student. She lived in, so we were in Santa Fe and we went. She lived in Napa Valley, so we drove up, and then his family has a house in Oregon, like at Seaside, like a beach house. So we were driving up there. So we pick up Madeline, the prospective student, and they start hooking up. By the way, Josh has run out of money. The money he brought ran out like the second day. So I was like just putting it on my credit card because we're already on the trip. It was my car, so it was like
Why
miles
is
in my
this
car.
your responsibility to take the student to the school?
We picked her. We hung out with her while she was there, and then we're like, oh, we'll pick Madeline up. We liked her.
You
But
hanging
then-
out with her after? Oh, that's weird.
Yeah,
That's so
We
weird.
stayed. We
You're
stayed.
such a freak.
we stayed. No,
You
it's called
stayed
making
in
friends.
touch with your prospective
It's called
student.
making friends. Have you ever done that? She couldn't advance my career. Is that why it was weird?
I think that is an abuse of power.
Did you end up going to the school?
No, because it was weird because she started like hooking up with my boyfriend on the trip. It was weird. I was like, I would like come out of the shower, I'm like, are you guys hooking up? But I didn't want to be, Josh had pulled the thing where he was like, I'm gonna stop being friends with you. I'm in love with you. Like, be my boyfriend. I was like, what? I don't want to be your boyfriend or your girlfriend. And he was like, then we're not friends. I was like, oh, all right, fine. I'll be your girlfriend because I just like wanted to hang out with him. And but yeah, it was wild. So then he got me back, I guess, for not wanting to be his girlfriend. And then so I wasn't mad at him either, but he owed me like he had just spent all like it was like $1,500 at the end. And you're in college, you're like, I need that money. My parents were like, what the fuck is on your credit card bill? And I was like, oh. So then my mom came into town and I would call him and try to trick him into, because we stopped being friends, obviously, because he cheated on me in front of my face. And then we had to drive back. And we stopped at his aunt's house and she gave me a cassette tape to listen. It was Angela's Ashes.
Oh my God, my favorite book.
It's a great book,
Frank
but it was like
McCourt.
so depressing. It was like,
And followed up by Tis,
Wait, you
my
listened to-
favorite books.
You listened to that on the drive?
yes, on the drive back after he had cheated on me. It was like,
It's
such
not exactly road trip like
Energy,
material.
And he
right?
was
I mean, you know what
asleep.
it's about. It's like consumption in Ireland.
yeah.
A long
It's
time
about
ago.
children dying. It's about several children dying.
Yeah, not having food and then having to like, you know what I mean, eat salt and water for dinner. It's really sad.
I was crying. I was like, is it raining or is this? It was a rough trip. It was fun, but it was rough. And
It
then,
was fun.
There were fun moments. I don't know. He's like bipolar, so he's fun. You know, sometimes it was fun. So like stuff was happening, but then he used to pick me up from class. He'd be like, I'd come out of, he would know like my schedule, and I would just walk outside of class, out of the building, and he'd be like, the door would be open, like, get in my car. We're going to the hot springs. And we'd like go to the hot springs. It'd be so fun, but I'd be like cold because I wasn't prepared to go to the hot springs.
Okay, I actually know what you mean because this is random, but I just rewatched all the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, and Bane, my takeaway was like, wait, Bane is like the best, he would be the best boyfriend because whenever he shows up on screen, you're like, it's about to be so exciting.
But he owed me money for about 10 years. Okay, so he left Santa Fe and moved back to Connecticut or whatever, and I was working at the Cowgirl restaurant, and he walked out of the bathroom. Like he just walked out of the bathroom, and I went, Josh, and he's like, Annie. He goes, I owe you money.
Oh, he
And
remembered.
I go, you do? And he goes, let's go shopping. So he just like bought me sunglasses and stuff. He's bipolar. He's the best.
Oh, so fun.
He was so fun.
Wait, I have a similar story to this. So
He's still my friend. I love him.
there's this boy I dated when I was really young, and he was a lot older than me. But when I dated him when I was like 13, and then
Oof, she
What?
always takes it to.
I'm sorry.
It's always just like, and it's so, she goes in so cash, but we know it's gonna happen.
He was much older than you, and you were 13.
I was 13.
Okay.
And he used to woo me by bringing like mangoes, like a box of mangoes to my family.
Lip smackers.
Oh my God.
Anyways, I went back to the Philippines. I had been in the States for 6 years at this point. I went back to the Philippines when I was 19, and he found out that I was going back to the Philippines. So like we met up. He was like, "Ooh, wow, you've really like grown up." And
He's like, I'm so much less attracted to
Yeah,
you.
he throws up.
he wanted to hook up, but then I wouldn't put out because I was like, at this point, I had grown up and been like, no, like not interested, right?
Remember when you learned you could say no? I learned like 3 years ago.
Oh no, me too. 3
I'm
years
like,
ago.
oh my God, I could have said no to all these people and have her fucking count.
You know what's crazy is I have my count. I've never had to say no. I've still never learned no. I've never had to use that. So,
But this guy, I don't know for sure. This is all alleged, but we think he drugged me, and I ended up in the hospital.
So you
and
did do MDMA.
Possibly, but I remember just being so blacked out. I had one drink and one drink only, and all of a sudden the room started spinning, and then I don't remember much after that. I ended up in the hospital, but I thankfully had another friend there who saw that I was going down. But she did see this guy try to take me back to his hotel because we were all in this like party island. She did see him try to take me back to his hotel room, and she like intervened. Was like, "Hey, what's wrong with Khalyla?" She's like, "No, she's coming with me. I gotta go grab her sister. Like, she doesn't look well." Ended up in the
my
hospital.
gosh.
But so I think that there was an attempt to drug me because I didn't put out. I didn't put out when I was 13, and then I wasn't gonna put out at 19. But Again, because of
What
all
if he drugged you and they took you back and he was like, ugh,
So old.
she's so old.
No, that is
He
disturbing.
just barrel rolls you out of the.
But there was a really, really big apology about everything that he had done, like maybe like 5 years after the fact.
It's like,
he
gee,
still
thanks.
denies. He denies that he's like, no, I was just trying to help you. Like somebody else did that. Anyways, there's a really big apology. And instead of just being like, you know what, don't ever speak to me again, I did what Annie did, which was, like, maybe he's like, I'll do anything, Khalyla, I'll do anything for you. And I was like, you know what, I'm actually planning, this is when I had 2 boyfriends. I was living with 2 boys.
Oh my God.
I was like, I'm actually planning a trip back home with like 2 of my boyfriends. He was like, use my beach property. You can stay there. And
He
I
had
was like,
beach property.
yeah. And I was like, okay. And I did.
Man,
and I had
all the
this,
guys
like,
that molested me were like not wealthy. I had to lend them money while they were molesting me.
I also did not see the beach property coming. I'm really thrown.
but it's a beach property.
I'm like, he bribed you with like mangoes and he had a beach property.
No, he was like, he was a wealthy guy. But yeah, and I went with 2 of my boyfriends to his beach place.
Why don't you take these boyfriends?
And we had a really fun vacation.
Call
we
him
fucked
up.
a lot.
Call him up, be like, I'm still struggling from that night. I need one more trip to the beach property.
That's where we should do Molly. We have to do it together.
That's so scary to me.
It's not. You've already done the other one.
Wait, I actually have like a random 2 guy story but it's sadly.
You know both of them count.
There was no sex.
Oh
This is
my
from middle
God.
school.
Well, how many people did you blow?
It is less than what I've had sex with.
What?
You guys, that is so much more intimate
No.
than penis
It's
in the
not.
vagina.
It's
No way.
not.
You can't get pregnant.
Kissing is intimate.
You can't get pregnant from blows.
Yeah. Blowies are for free.
There's calories.
There are calories. I put mine in my MyFitnessPal. Come see me live. I have a really good joke about it.
Wait, okay, so in middle school, I don't know why. I don't know if I've ever talked about this on here. Like, it's just coming up because you were saying 2 guys, whatever. But, like, there was these 2, both of them, of course, like, really heavy-set Italian guys, which was, like, my thing from, like, 6th grade onward.
Like the hairy middle schooler.
Like, not even hairy, actually. Like, light. Both of them had light hair, which I would, like, never be into now. But, like, light hair, light eyes, like, heavy.
Like Jonah Hill.
You're describing me. Heavier.
Wait, the eyes. But they were best friends. And I was into both of them. And, like,
Oh,
for whatever reason, like, I think I, like, basically dated one and then dated another, whatever. And then I invited one of them. You're about to punch me in the face. I invited one of them to go to Art Plus, which was an after-school art program. Because I was like, I know, I'm so sorry. Please. So I invite one of them to go with me. And then these 2 get together. They think they're going to get one over on me. They both show up. I'm like, oh, is that how you guys want to play? Fine. So I'm making them sit through. We do like 2 hours, whatever, of an art project. And I'm like,
oh my God.
I double down. I'm like,
What's the art project?
I don't remember.
Is it like putting your handprints down?
Making turkeys with your hands.
What did you do?
It might
Did
have
you make
been-
snowmans with cotton balls?
There might have been some sculpture, some clay, whatever. Our art program had a good budget. I'm like, I double down. I'm like, why don't you guys both come over? And so they both like literally got on the school bus, came over, and like I made them sit there and watch a movie with me. And I realized the story has no exciting moment in it because I was in 6th grade and there's like no hookup. But I did at least like, I was like, you guys think you're going to make me uncomfortable by both of you being here? Like, no, I'm going to make it worse for you.
So you tried your first MMF in 6th grade, which is kind of amazing.
Thank you. Are you nobody?
And your first MFA, Masters of the Fine Arts.
But nobody came.
Super cute. Nobody, I mean,
In middle school, they come in their pants. You're not
Yeah.
like, no one's coming outside their pants. Did you used to dry hump guys till they came?
I used to.
That was my favorite. They'd be like,
You
"Oh, I came."
know, I did that. You know, I had dry humping on my first date with a comedian, and he came in his pants on our
Which
first
ones?
date.
It rhymes with baloney. I think the story's baloney. Kill baloney.
But he admits it. He's like, you're right. But
It's so hot when that happens. I'm always like,
No, it's yes and no. I've told this story, but since we're at a new set, I should tell
guys,
the story again
get
about
ready.
how this guy, he was a softcore like porn actor in Asia that I hooked up with on that same
I love softcore porn. You can always see like in the silhouette their dick and balls hanging and not in them.
But he was so hot, and I was like, oh, this is going to go really well. He asked me out. He was really polite, sweet. He took me to a really shitty steak spot. But then he did two things that I'll never forget, and I think to this day I'm scarred by. First, he said, which is like the antithesis of my existence, he says, I eat to live, I don't live to eat. And I said,
So
okay, big
disgusting.
red flag. Like, where is the joy in your life? You're just a really unhappy person. And then we were still both fully dressed. We were making out. And then he grabbed my thigh and he was like, ooh, your legs. And then he nutted on my kneecap.
why?
He was just done. He could not take, and I was so disappointed because I was like, he's a softcore guy. Like, he's going to
He never
like,
sticks
no.
it in.
He never stuck it in. We never got past my kneecaps. And then it was so anticlimactic. I went home being like super sad.
I like the idea of him saying he lives because that's fun. That's like he'd slap a burrito out of your hand.
well,
Don't
like,
eat that.
No, but you can never like fully connect. I feel
If
like,
people don't eat the same way you eat.
yeah. Wait, is that a thing? Like, why do you say that?
Well, Todd doesn't eat. Todd has like boundaries with his food. Like he eats like shit, but he does like stop eating when he's full. Like I've never even like imagined stopping eating.
But I think the idea is that, like, even if we don't eat the same thing, that
don't
you're
have joy,
enthusiastic
yeah.
about eating
You
good
like
food.
eating.
Like, what you like, you're really enthusiastic about.
And also, then it's like they're not going to be able to personally understand a big part of your life.
a huge part of
Which
my
is
life.
mangoes.
Which is basically every food in existence, because I love food that much. It is such a joy. Like when I sit
Yeah, it's
down and
delish.
yeah, it's like it. And so when he saw that, I was like, oh, this is number one, never going to work out, but let's make out anyways. And then just, jizz on my knee.
I would never be able to feel comfortable or secure, because it's like, then imagine you're sitting there with your partner of like 5 years and you're like so excited to eat your favorite like grocery store sheet cake or like something nasty. It's like they're just gonna look at you like you're just gonna feel it, like they're gonna think you're disgusting.
Yeah, I need my dad because my dad like. This isn't going to be about him nutting on my knee. This is going to be about sheet cake.
Oh, come on.
Trying to relate to you. No, he like his favorite thing to do is just like go eat bad food with me. That's like, and my mom does it with him too. So I do need that with someone where it's like Todd and I'd be like ice cream. You know what I mean? It's like you need that.
Yeah, especially when there's no sex later on that day, and you can just be really, really just like move with full abandon.
That doesn't stop us too.
That like gets me going more. I
She
don't know
likes to be
why.
full.
Like a full stomach, I'm just like, let's go all the way.
But
like
your
I want to
blood-
feel as most
Push the
disgusting
air out, yeah.
as possible.
But the blood then goes away from your genitals into your digestive.
That may be true.
So I just
She's little. Don't worry. His penis goes to her digestive too.
they you're actually short people are the future. They say if you mate with a short person, you're actually saving the world. Have you read this?
There's no way that's true, but tell me everything.
I think it was like either a Washington Post article or a New York Times article. It was like you should be procreating with short people because you are kind of saving resources for the subsequent generations.
That's
because I think you save
no,
like
she doesn't save resources though.
yeah. I don't think that's.
She's a
No, but
taker.
it's-
She's a little taker.
I take a lot of baths. Like I don't know if that's true.
She overcompensates by taking more.
no, because even just on you have less to feed. I think like really
I
tall
miss the
people like my
parachute.
sister and I, like we take.
Sorry, that seemed crazy. I was looking at a monitor. Remember the parachute? Did you
Which
have those
parachute?
in the Philippines when you were a kid and you did the parachute and you'd all go under it and sit under it in gym class?
No, explain it to me. That sounds
The
fun.
parachute.
It's really fun. I
but
don't
it's
think-
How does it
also
work?
not anything.
It's
so
nothing.
crazy.
It's
that
such a like time killer.
They're like, all right, kids, let's do this 7 more times. It's just you gather around this, like you have like a parachute with all the colors. It looks like the Mexican fruit stands.
I don't think she should know about this.
Yeah, you're not. Look, and that's all
Oh
you
my
do.
God, this looks
You lift it up
fun.
and then you sit under it and then you like giggle at each other. And
Oh,
then
that's
it's-
it?
And then you do it a bunch of times.
And
And,
then
the
do you
teachers are
play-
just, I guess, masturbating in the corner.
And do you play like Duck Duck Goose after?
Maybe. Maybe.
I don't know.
It doesn't last long.
I remember a lot less of my childhood than you'd think by looking at me.
You've blocked off.
Yeah,
stuff,
like
maybe?
I don't. I wish I could go there more and like live there, but I.
Did you do the rope in gym? Climb the rope?
You know what it is it was traumatic because I could never do anything in gym class.
I would have helped you.
I could never get up the rope. I could never do a pull up.
We would have boosted you.
Yeah. You could
I
also-
believe that.
You weren't pulling up that much. You should have been able to do a pull up.
You
I
never
was
did
so
the monkey
weak.
bars?
I could never do the monkey bars. They hurt
No
my hands.
shit.
I could never do
They
anything.
hurt all of our hands.
Yeah, we had
They hurt
blisters.
all of our hands.
We had raw
It hurt.
hands. But you just did it
But
anyways.
You not willing to have any sort of discomfort's so funny.
I am realizing that about myself. You know what? I have a new, like, I'm sure you've heard, it's very like addicty, or, you know, like recovering addicty, but like I'm trying to practice this mantra, sit with the discomfort.
You're
Is
so
that-
Dobbins. Is that all you listen to?
No, what's that?
Remember, what's his name? What's the guy's name? The Rocks. Weren't you talking about that once? Where he's like, I know this guy who puts like rocks in his backpack and like.
Oh, David
runs.
Goggins?
David
No,
Goggins.
yeah,
that's-
kill your inner bitch.
I
Wait,
feel
no,
like
that's
she's
Rogan.
like a
no,
Goggins.
no, that's Peter Attia. It's
okay.
Rolfing, where he hikes or walks with a backpack.
Rolfing is what he calls it.
I know it's a really weird name.
But Rolfing's a type of massage. Maybe it's called rocking.
I don't know what it's called,
This is so funny. We got to get a rope for in here.
but
That was the most fun I've ever had. You didn't want to like show off how strong you were to people. Like we were like, you wanted to like impress people, right?
We didn't have ropes. We had
Oh, the
coconut
rope
trees.
was the best.
But do you guys ever do that? Like, do you ever find yourself needing to tell yourself, like, I need to
Yeah.
sit with this discomfort?
Yeah, my mom wrote every
Every-
paper I've ever was supposed to hand in because I would be like, I don't want to write it. She would just do it. So now I have to teach myself like you have to sit and do things.
Every day of my life. Yeah, but I learned that really young. It's because the discomfort was so frequent for me that I just had to get to know it and learn to live with it and not treat it as such an alien in my body. Do you know what I mean?
Lucky.
But it's
I know she's jealous. She's like, wait, what?
Wait, do we need a banana break?
oh yeah.
Should we?
Guys,
Wait a second. Do we have gossip this week?
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna pull it up. So we've been asking you guys, the Trash Tuesday Slug Fam Bloodbath Gang, for which we're really seriously having conversations about getting our name back. So just
Wait,
we're-
aren't there like 25 bad friends and everyone's cool with it?
yeah, it's getting weird.
Aren't there like 35 overshare podcasts and everyone's cool with it? Why did we get this shit end of the stick?
I don't know.
I don't want to blame a past producer, but your cousin, I haven't seen his lawyer credentials.
Someone we know's cousin was our lawyer. Okay. So this is from one of our sluggies. I got gossip. This is actually similar to one that we heard recently. I got gossip. Got out of an 8-year relationship last year. Ex got engaged, someone possibly 4 months into dating them, and posts outrageous things to Instagram of them together, including him licking her toes and them naked in bed together. Ugh. Hot gossip update. He has now broken off the engagement/relationship.
That's, by the way, so embarrassing. I hope he archived those pictures. Ew, do not post sexual things like that. That's so nasty.
Posting licking your toes on Instagram.
I disagree.
What?
That's all Bobby. That was our brand forever. Is just like obnoxious.
Yeah, but you guys were
nudity
gross.
together. We were bros.
There's-
Yeah,
we were gross.
I've never seen you guys post eating each other's feet.
Oh yeah, it's more.
It's more
Comedic.
like
Yeah, it was comedic. This is like
Yeah.
a sexual.
Oh, they're actually sexual. Oh, okay. Yeah,
But
yeah.
even, do you remember when like Steven Randolph and Chelsea Skidmore would do that, where he'd be like eating her out?
no.
They kept posting it. I was like, guys, this is making all of us so uncomfortable. But they'd keep posting it. It was like a troll of sorts.
Right, they're comedians. Not to say that like
But
comedians
but they're
can do
wiping
anything.
their mouth, and there's this sheen on his mouth where like he's eating her out.
That's funny.
It's not like, and it's so scandalous and shocking.
Okay.
I mean, immediately, I guess as an ex, if I were to see that, I would feel pretty good about myself because I'd be like, how pathetic.
That's true, because you're getting to see their spiral like live in action. They're showing their like post breakup downward spiral. Because if you're in it with 8 years and then 4 months later, he's like licking toes and engaged.
I would think he was either on drugs or he's having some kind of like psychotic break, or like something is happening where he needs to feel seen in this way, and that's this,
Or maybe that's at him. I mean, at her. Like
What do you
they're
mean?
posting the pictures at her, like to be like, look.
That's even better for her. It's like they're living their lives for her.
Yeah.
You gotta block people when you break up with them. If it's like gonna
Really?
affect you immediately.
But it's
You
so
can unblock them later,
much
but-
easier said than done.
But it's for yourself. It's like if you want to be healthy. Jared Freed, I was dating a guy and he was like fucking around me. You know Jared Freed, right?
yeah, he's super
Jared
funny.
Freed gave me like advice and he was like, you have to block this guy. You can say to him like, look, you're hurting me. Like if you want to be honest, like it's hurting me to be with you and to see your stuff. So I'm just gonna block you. And I like wasn't ready. And Jared was like, and he was right. I mean, it was just like more months of suffering.
That's absolutely correct, but
Yeah.
think about how hard it's an anxiety thing. I think my therapist once called it. It's called checking. It's like you can't help but check. You're addicted to it. You
Right,
want to
but that's
check.
why you block it because you can't check.
But that's really fucking hard.
Yeah, but that's why you have to do it because it's hard. It's like pull-ups, you just keep trying.
I have a kind of a different question. If you see someone is like on drugs, right? Like they're posting online, they're like clearly like
It's obvious.
they're
Being erratic.
erratic behavior, like living their best life, quote unquote, drugs, whatever. What is your thoughts when you see that? Because I actually have two different points of view
Is it
on
me?
it. No.
How close am I with this person?
It could be anything. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, when you see that, when I see that, I'm like, part of me is like, that's really sad. I'm really sad. And then another part of me is like, well, are they like having more fun than me? Like, is my life bad?
Yes. No, but wait, okay, so is it that because I've had friends where it's like something seems wrong, like where you're like, okay, this is like not, like, there's no one in the public eye watching this going like, this person's okay. And I think a lot of times when people are like drug addicts, they think they're pulling it off and they're not pulling it off. So is it like that where it's like, this is like, you're gonna lose your job, you're not gonna, or is it like they're just openly posting partying?
I don't know.
Because I think you can party and do drugs without being like a drug addict.
Yeah, I don't think it's that. It's not that. I know what you're saying. Like, and I
Okay.
would say,
Dad?
no, I'm saying like someone is doing drugs all the time and you're just like, I find myself.
Which drugs?
I don't know. If I knew what drugs people are on, I would have a very different
But
life.
how do you know they're on drugs? Just because they're slurring the words and stuff? Like if people are slurring their words, like that shouldn't go online. You shouldn't be posting yourself drunk. You shouldn't be
Okay.
posting yourself fucked up. So it's like they're kind of like bragging that they're partying a lot, kind of. They're showing that they're.
Yeah, like sometimes I see people I know do that and I'm like, is that bad? But then I'm like, no, maybe I'm judgmental and they're having fun and I'm boring. I don't know. What is your opinion?
I do think you're boring.
Okay.
I think that, okay, so the girl from Orange is the New Black had
Which
that.
one?
Taryn, did you see her like slurred?
Wait,
She was like,
yeah.
it's like you don't want to like, you shouldn't be like fucked up on camera if you can avoid it, I think, right? Like if you want to go like party at night or whatever, but you shouldn't be like in the daytime slurring your words, like admitting you're fucking a married guy and all this stuff. It's
Oh,
like,
shit.
just because you don't look well, you don't want to like, I think social media is about like,
You call her the girl from Orange is the New Black. I call her the girl from Crossroads, the Britney
Crossroads, yeah.
Spears movie.
Is she not in 8 Mile?
She's an 8 Mile
And
too.
8 Mile.
Yeah.
Wow, she's got some
I
hits.
just couldn't remember her
No,
name.
she's great.
Wait, but I want to go back to this because you do bring up a good point. You're saying like if someone is drugged or drunk on camera
Or driving,
incoherent-
like she's in her car. Like there's a lot of things where you're like, oh, this is like, if someone looks like they're gonna die or they're gonna get like lose their livelihood.
But you're saying that's what would concern you, but someone just like bragging about being fucked up, but not actually portraying the signs of it
well,
embarrassingly.
people get fucked up. People party. This is like, in almost every culture, people party.
That's what I'm asking. I don't
Yeah.
know if I'm right or wrong. I mean, Khalyla, what are you?
It depends on how close I am with a person and I know other inside information. If I know that he's posting stuff, but I'm also hearing through the grapevine that he or she is, you know, really starting to unravel, of course I'll check in and say shit. Be like, hey, you good? You okay? Like, but you know, I lived with an addict for a long time and Bobby always used to tell me it's like, you know, there's really not much you can do
No,
until
for
they're
sure.
ready.
Yeah.
So, but I do check in.
But do you look at that? And so you're saying you don't look at that like, oh, they're having more fun than me.
No way, because I don't have fun when I'm that fucked up. It's like I'm sure in the moment, but like I'm somebody who drinks even
Listen.
2 drinks the night before, and that I wake up because I had such a poor relationship with alcohol in my 20s. Even now, when I'm drinking moderately, I still wake up with that same dread I felt in my 20s, where I'm like,
Molly.
so maybe Molly sometime soon. Cocaine at your wedding.
Do you
like,
know
I'm
who I did
down.
Molly with? Remember when you asked who I did Molly with?
Yeah.
It's funny that you did ask that.
Why?
I was on the heavy metal cruise.
Oh no.
Was it with Papa Roach?
It
Not
was.
the
It was
heavy
with
metal
Little Brother Roach. I
cruise.
gave Little Brother Roach Molly. He OD'd. He was in the infirmary.
That's
He almost
not
died.
something to say with
On
a
that
smile.
trip?
Little Brother Roach.
On that trip?
He was okay, but he
Okay,
had to
thank
just get
God.
fluids.
They have
But-
infirmaries on cruises. They haven't like updated to modern times with like hospitals or
hospital.
nurses' offices.
Wait, Esther, I know this might not be your cup of tea, but I really would love to have Papa Roach on our show.
Oh my God!
Why?
Please. What do you mean? Why? They rule. They're cooler than you.
And he has had enough stories about
That's
Papa
true.
Roach to have them on here. Like, I feel like if we've talked about them at least 10 times, they should come on our show.
I can get Nickelback too.
Oh no.
Oh my God, I would love. Is it Chad Kroger?
Chad, the way Chad treated me during that meet and greet was the way, like, you would have thought I was Esther around a fucking Jenner. I mean, I was like,
not
Chad,
good.
did Michael not tell you?
Wait, so you met him?
Yeah, I did the meet and greet. So I brought Todd. I shouldn't have brought Todd. I probably could have gone backstage, but he's got short hair now. They were
This
great.
is a
They
real
were
girl
so good.
deliberation where it's like, how far can I get
Yeah.
just by myself or with a guy in tow?
It's so
It's
true.
just they don't want to see
Like
your
in Vegas,
relationship.
I am such a rock star when I'm by myself, and then if I bring a boy with me, it's over. Everything is just you're just a peasant.
Yes.
You might as well, you know what I mean? Just call it a day, stay in your room, don't even go out because you'll get in nowhere.
Even walking through the airport, whether I'm like with Dave or by myself, the difference is so staggering. I'm like, oh, men like look at me like
They
men,
are worried about you. They're like, "Where's this little kid going? Where's her
Unpass.
Where's her unpass? Are your parents here, little kid, little boy?"
Wait, okay, should we do more gossip? Okay.
Wait, we didn't finish the Nickelback thing. So he wasn't that.
Michael I know through when I opened for Doug Stanhope. I met him, and I became friends with him on Instagram and stuff. And then I was on a walk and I saw their poster and I was like, oh, I gotta come. I was like, I want to come backstage, and he was like, I'll get you meet and greet. I was like, okay. And so we waited in line with the regular people. And then we were treated like regular fans. And I was like, not by Michael. Michael was the best. But I was like, you didn't warn them that like a really cool comedian, very funny, cute.
I love this shirt on you.
I love it too.
I'm not going to give it to you. For
I don't
real,
want it.
But, okay. But you can borrow it.
Thank you.
It's so cute. That color might be your color. Like a little
Red.
chola, yeah.
Kind of ready.
Okay,
I'm
what's
skipping
next?
a few. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, same. My boyfriend admitted that my BFF and him used to sext before we even met. Before me and my BFF even met. Okay, totally legal. She still hasn't said anything about it. Should I bring it up? LOL. That is tricky.
I just feel like you don't always have to
Bring it up. No.
Because then you don't want people to get paranoid and think something's happening that's not happening. It's like, this is over.
I agree. Like, yeah, I don't think there's any reason to bring that up to make her feel uncomfortable. I don't know. But then I guess it is weird because it's like, she doesn't know that you know.
And maybe she's got like a dick pic of your boyfriend on her phone.
But who cares? If you guys are friends, it's like, pass the joy around. It's all good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm Eskimo sisters with all of my girlfriends.
I do have to say, there is a girl I'm
All of
Eskimo
them.
sisters with.
Not you guys. Actually, we don't
We're
share.
not friends. She's like, actually, we're not friends.
well, no, you need to know.
There's a girl that I'm Eskimo sisters with, and then she married the guy. And
Is it Inuit sisters?
Oh, Inuit sisters, excuse
What's that?
me.
Oh, like the more.
Yeah.
Gen
no.
Z or
Gen Z, what do you?
Yeah, I don't think you could say Eskimo anymore.
I don't like how you said I don't think.
I don't know.
I need you to know.
Okay, so let me say that
Our
again.
expert. I need you to ask him no.
I've had crossover lovers with all of my girlfriends.
When people are cool about it, nothing feels better on this earth.
What?
When the truth is out, when you don't have to like hide, and the person doesn't care. Because like, it is weird when someone, it's like their current husband I like hooked up with, but it was like years and years and years ago. But when I first met her, I was like, she was already married, I think. And it was like, I wasn't going to bring it up. That's like up to him, I feel like. But
Yeah.
he told her, and then she was really cool about it.
So she brought it up to you.
She was like, we have a lot to talk about. And I was like, oh, thank God. Because I was like,
it takes the pressure off. So,
But see, sorry to interrupt, but I have a exact situation where I have a friend who I have like had a hookup with her husband. There's no way I want that I don't want to, there's no reason for us to ever talk about that.
unless she wants, like, it's they're in a,
Yes, it is up to them.
and like if he wants to, that's what I'm like, whatever your like relationship level is, like, and how honest you are with each other is like your business. And I'm like, but I don't want to be in trouble. I didn't do anything.
But you should never be.
Right.
But there is like, but on the flip side of that, if I like met someone that I knew that had hooked up with my husband,
You'd immediately masturbate.
I guess I would hope that I'm mature enough that I'd be like, who cares?
You'd be calling her dance class.
Oh no, yeah, I did.
okay, but
Yeah.
so you and that girl are not BFFs though. It's weird that
Yeah.
a BFF, if it's a girl who's this close to me, wouldn't say, "Oh shit, like that guy I used to
Yeah,
actually
you know
text him,
what?
but you know what? All good, he's all yours." Like that's
But you know what? She's trying to be polite and be respectful of your relationship, the best friend, I feel like. So I think that our friend that did hit us up here, our sluggy, I think because your boyfriend told you, and then so it's the honesties in your relationship, I think you should go to your friend and be like, hey, I just want to let you know I know. So there's no like,
weirdness.
I don't think
Yeah.
that's necessary.
okay.
I think it is.
You do?
I do think it is because I think that
She's uncomfortable.
There is a
The
discomfort
friend is
there.
uncomfortable.
Also, by the way, let's paint this picture. Let's suppose Jenna, like I've been friends with her for a decade. I was with Bobby for a decade. We sort of met around the same time, right? Let's suppose I find out now that they actually had a thing before. I'd be like, bitch, why the fuck didn't you tell me? It would have been cool.
Yeah,
It's easy.
that's
But why was
weird.
it something you needed to hide from me? Then the suspicions would surface
Sometimes
for
people
me.
hide so long though that it's like when you forget someone's name but you've known them for like 6 months and you can't ask. So you just call them, hey dude. By the way, dude.
Bro. Okay, I see what you're saying. There is a difference if it's your close friend versus more of like a acquaintance, whatever.
And this is before they were even friends. So it's
Yes,
like
if it's
before
not
they
important, there's no need to hide it.
But it is
Like,
weird, yeah. Like, but I don't know. My friend is divorced from this woman now, but we had hooked up in the Virgin Islands when we were like 14. But it was like we made out. It was like nothing. He brought me mangoes, and he climbed a tree for me. I was like, okay, what are you gonna do? He was tan, but his wife. I remember his wife being like, "We get it. You made out with him or whatever," and it was like. We were like 33 at the time. I'm like, it's been so long. Like,
Oh,
what is
yeah.
like?
Also creepy that you're still worried about a 14-year-old version of me that made out with your...
I'm just like, if we were gonna be together, we would have been together. It's like, I'm telling you, rom-coms fuck with people's minds because they always think like,
Everyone's getting back together.
Yeah, everyone's getting back together, all this stuff.
Yeah, it's my best friend's wedding when she
Oh.
thought she was getting the phone call
You
because
guys.
they were finally going to get back together, and he actually just called her to say, "Will you be my best woman?" Right?
Oh my God. So my guy, my neighbor who tried to pull that with me more recently, like maybe like 4 years ago, I made out with him one Christmas, and we had always like hooked up when we were in like middle school and high school. And
What
I had
does
been
hooking
like,
up in middle school mean? It doesn't mean sex, right?
No, we never had sex, but like in middle school, it was like making out. It was like, but it was like the most like teen rom-com, like Judy Blume, like built up, like biggest crush you've ever had on someone. And then we're like in a hammock, like, you know, and then it happens and you're like, oh my God, you know? And so, and like sneaking out to smoke cigarettes in the park and just like really like a fun little teen romance novel that we lived. He like, I can't remember how long ago, it was like 4 years ago. I think it was when we made up, but he tried to pull the thing where he was like, oh, I always thought we were gonna like end up together. And I'm like, no, you just like tossed me to the side and hooked up with a bunch of other girls for my entire life that I've known you. You didn't like show up when you said you were gonna show up. Like, no, you treated me badly. And then you thought that I would be like a back burner bitch. And I saw him this weekend, and it was funny because I told my mom, I was like, oh, Matt's coming to the show. And she's like, he won't show up. And he did. And she went, oh my God, I can't believe you showed up. She said in front of his girlfriend. But it was funny. I was like, you don't get to pull that thing now after you like didn't show up for me all of these years,
Oh
you know?
no.
Like if a guy is the perfect guy for you, that you would have hooked up with them, unless you were like broing down and giving them away to all of your girlfriends, which I've done too.
Okay, but similar but different. Like I've noticed, like, okay, because what you're saying has a lot of similarities to like a girl's relationship with their dad. Like, you know, if your parents are divorced and like your dad is not showing up for you when you're a kid, but then he does reappear later, and it's like you don't really know how to deal with that. It's probably very difficult. So there is a relationship like that in my family, and for so long I was like, fuck this person, like they weren't there.
Is this you and your Tamagotchi?
Yeah. This is my Tamagotchi. I'm speaking from the point of view of my Tamagotchi about me.
Always. She has been this entire show. Did you know that?
But like, so
Yeah.
I've always been like, fuck that person. You know, they abandoned these other family members of mine. But as time passes, I'm like, they just didn't have like the tools and like maybe it's okay to forgive.
I think I think you should always forgive. But I think with parental stuff and with
It's
family
different.
things, it's like, if you can fix that bond, I think that's amazing, you know? And I do think that people evolve and stuff, but I feel like with a guy, it's like, why would I put myself, if there's all of these people in the world?
No, that's so true. It's like you had
It's
your
like,
chance.
why would I, it's like, I have one dad or
Right.
a stepdad, you know, or someone that raised me, but it's like, why would I like?
There's no ties there. There's no reason.
Yeah. And he's
Yeah.
still my friend, but I'm like, I would never be more than friends with him.
Right.
So you saw his girlfriend?
Yeah, she was cool.
That's cool.
But it was
I
fun.
love
It was like
that.
cool to see them, but I was like,
Yeah, I mean, like, I have incredible relationships with, like, one of my best friends was someone I dated for a couple years, and I love him. I love his wife. I love their children, and I cannot, like, if someone even brings it up in like in the most innocent of ways that him and I ever hooked up, it
It's
makes
gross.
me so icked out of
Yeah.
my mind, because that is so dead. Like, that is such like a distant
Yeah.
memory. Like, don't ever bring that shit up. Like, I just see him in a completely different way now. He sees me in a completely different way. So sometimes, like, I don't even like looking at older pictures of us when we were younger, because we might have been like hooking up at that time.
And maybe
it makes me
siblings.
want to fucking vomit.
Ugh.
Because I'm like,
No, I know what you
not
mean.
because they're disgusting. It's just because I'm like, that's not who we are. Our relationship is so much more than that now. Like, what were we doing? Why did we even hook up? Like, what were we thinking?
No, it's gross when you hook up with like a friend and you
I
realize that, and you
know.
realize like the platonicness of it later, and you're like, oh, it's just like you bumped things.
Yeah,
it's
like,
like
ew,
so
we did
gross.
that?
Ew. No, I have that. I have that.
I try to like it's like when you block out trauma from like your childhood. My brain tries to block that out completely. I don't want to remember it. I don't want to reminisce. I don't want to be like, remember when we did? Nope, don't even bring that up
Yeah,
with
it's
me.
gross.
And
It's
if he were
wrong.
to ever bring that up with me, I would not be his friend. I'd be like, ew, bro, like no, we're not doing that. But thank God he never has. He's icked out too. He's icked out that he ever did anything with me. He's like, ew, you're like my sister. Like, ew. I'm like, I know.
Is this the one your grandma thought might be your brother?
No.
Really?
Him and I don't talk anymore, which is why we can't get a DNA confirmation. I've been trying to hunt him down for years. It's not happening.
How are we on time? What?
On 10?
I
Okay,
had
good.
something.
Maybe one more thing?
Oh, you know what I was okay, I was thinking with my neighbor, it was like because I came to him when we were like 21 and I gave him like I like laid it out for him. And I remember saying something it's like so embarrassing now, but it was just so like vulnerable. And I told him, I was like, all of these years you've hooked up with me in between girlfriends and I have just had boyfriends in between hooking up with you. And I gave him like my rom-com line, you know what I mean? He just didn't take it. And then it was like for you to now like when we're grown-ups, it's like it just wasn't gonna happen.
That is, I see the picture you're painting. It's like, I liked you. I wanted you. You didn't want me.
Yeah.
And then you're like, all of a sudden you're like, I thought we'd be together. It's like,
Yeah.
because I was always waiting for you like a pathetic person.
And then like, yeah, how would we be together? Like where?
You know what's
No.
terrifying? What's terrifying is I started seeing some guy, and he really couldn't give two shits if we didn't. He's like, if you don't choose me, he's like, it's okay, I'll be fine, I'll get over it. I'm like,
Ty tried
what?
that too with me.
Wait, Dave does that to me
Yeah,
too.
like
No,
yeah, this
because
is
they're
like,
secure, but I actually believe him. He's just like, look, it's gonna suck, but also like life goes on, Khalyla. It's okay. Because I'm always like, I'm so sorry, I'm just not in a space to be in a relationship. Like, if you wanna, and he's like, like, chill out. If it doesn't,
Well, you know
like,
what it is?
you're not hurting me. It's okay.
It's not people that are like zooming forward to things. They're just like in the moment. They're like, right now we're here. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like we'll just see how it
Yeah.
goes.
Can you
But
imagine?
That's
But
how
I'm
Todd
being
got me.
I'm trying to be dramatic, you know, I'm like, oh,
Right.
this is some, and he's like, it's not that serious. It's okay.
Yeah.
Like, chill out. And I'm
Todd-
like, how dare you?
All of my
not be
like
threatened.
anxiety about being in a relationship, Todd figured it out because the way to do it. He was just like, look, if this isn't the right thing for you, then I don't want to be here either. Like I have no interest in being in a relationship that's like not good for both
Yeah.
of us. And he said that to me like right at the right time of our relationship, and it was like, okay. And then he got us to get the dog.
Oh, that's so
I know,
attractive
he's the
though.
best.
I'm going to Vegas on Friday. I have to be there. What's the over and under of me randomly getting married?
Oh, I love this. Wait, what are you gonna do there?
I'm gonna go to a show, eat really
What
good
show?
food. It's my friend's 40th, so it's like a Cirque du Soleil thing. But I'm also gonna do my own thing. But yeah, what's the over under? Like,
Where
I
are you
really,
staying? Wait, do not want to say, but
yeah, I don't want to say.
Okay.
I'm staying at a nice, beautiful corner suite.
Really? Wait, what are you gonna eat?
Crab legs.
There's a steakhouse. I'm also gonna maybe try Best Friend.
Yeah, go to best friend. Oh my
With
God.
Roy
it's
I
Joy.
couldn't
so
get
good.
in there. I'm so.
You couldn't? Why didn't you name
No.
drop her? All the Asians know each other. Wait, I told you that story when I was like, I was so desperate for him to figure out who I was.
Who, Roy Choi?
Yeah, I was like, because I knew he was gonna know me. Like I was like, there's no way. He was like, I was with Ali Makovsky, and we were there, and he goes, I'm like, yeah, you know, we're common, you know, like just
Wait,
I keep like
in
throwing it out.
Vegas?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
keep throwing this out, and he goes, this was during Skankfest, and he's like, yeah. I was like, oh, do you go to the Comedy Store a lot? He's like, yeah. And I go, who do you go to see? And he's like listing, obviously says Bobby. And I go, oh, Bobby, yeah. I have a podcast with Khalyla. And he like didn't hear me. And I was like, he's gonna, like, I was like, it's gonna happen. I was like so desperate. I was like looking at Allie like, and then finally I said it again. And he was like, oh, I've seen you. Oh, I totally know you. I was like, that's right.
Wait a second. We should have him on the show.
Well, I would love to have him on the show.
He is so freaking great.
He's the best.
Yeah,
and
we
the
should have
food,
him
the
on.
restaurant's unbelievable.
Are you serious? I'm so mad.
I've
I
never
want
even
to go
been
so
there.
bad.
Wait, I've never even been to Best Friend. I
It's
think
so
I want to
good.
go this weekend.
Their merch is really good too.
Yeah.
They have a
Ooh.
whole like front store of merch. Were you allowed in that part?
No, I
Did you
couldn't
look
get
like
in.
a shoplifter? No, the food's so good. He gave us like a feast. He brought everything out.
Amazing.
Oh my god, no! But I do love the like. There's just like a random hand roll bar at the Cosmopolitan, and I always go there. Like I sit there by myself. It's like a bar. It's up in their little
I
cafeteria.
do love the Cosmo a lot.
Yeah.
That's
Their
like my
chandelier
move.
bar is beautiful. Everything about it is
The
really
pizza's
pretty
good
there.
too.
Yeah.
Late night pizza.
So we don't think I'm coming back as a wedded woman.
That would be fun if she tries to beat us to marriage.
I feel like I see you getting married in like Hawaii randomly, not Vegas.
No, nothing reckless. We don't
Because
have
there's
that in
like you
mind.
have true possible loves in Hawaii.
loves.
Yeah, I think there's true loves. You've heard of true loves, certainly.
Yes, she's dated multiples.
You're not wrong. Okay.
I
All right.
mean, unless is there someone that you know of that will be there that like
Yeah.
there's a possibility?
There's a chance that one of my Hawaii loves will be there the same
Oh,
weekend.
really? Okay, well that's different.
Oh yeah, get married.
You think so?
Prenup?
Oh, that's
I know.
why I can't do it.
Prenup.
Yeah, prenup.
There have been some, I'm not going to lie, there have been some awkward prenup conversations in my house lately. And
Not coming from you.
I've been shutting them down.
Wait, what kind? I want to know.
Just let's get a prenup.
Just like casual conversations. And
Are you anti?
yeah,
yes,
but
because he makes more money than her right now.
yeah, I am anti because I think it's so sad, but I also fully respect it and fully get it. But okay, so much like how earlier you said it's cool to be married multiple times, I feel like I'm past that opportunity. Like I think if I was in my 20s and whatever, I know I sound delusional, and I know it's like here I am on camera saying this, like I don't see a divorce happening.
I don't either. I'm like, I can't imagine not.
I
being
know,
with
and I
Todd.
also know that everyone says that and then they get
Right.
divorced. So I know that, but there's something about it, and I'm so not traditional. Like I don't know why, and it is probably
But
like
a prenup is more than just the money of it all. It's the power of attorney. It's someone to make decisions on your behalf. If should something happen to you, it's more than just.
Are you gonna get a prenup with Khalyla? You're like power of attorney.
right? Like
How old were you when you got your divorce?
29, or we separated when I was 29.
Cute.
But I didn't.
super cute.
I didn't think it was gonna last, so that I didn't.
You
really,
just were like,
I didn't
want to
do it. I was a people pleaser.
How long into your relationship did you guys get married?
So we dated in college, and then we broke up for a while, and then we got back together. So 7 years total.
Was it the feeling of like last ditch effort at making it something? Like when
Not
people are
wanting to
like-
reject someone. That's an ultimate rejection, right?
Yeah, I mean, he was like, he put so much thought and effort into it, and it was selfish, but I couldn't say no, and I wanted to.
Oof.
wow,
That's rough.
That is wild, and I bet
I
that's so much
completely
more
understand
common.
it. I
Really?
completely
I
get it.
do too, because I'm people pleasy.
Oh my God, yes. But that's why I was like to Todd before I was ready. I was like, do not fucking propose to me. I was like, do not. Don't.
Because you would say yes.
I would say yes, and then I'd be like, like I just wouldn't be ready.
He really did play it right with you.
He took so long too. I was like, just give me the fucking ring. Like I was like about to propose to myself. It's ridiculous. This looks
mirror.
like the basement I lost my virginity in.
Wait, I love the
looks-
basement
it looks so
part.
cute.
The wood panel.
If there were Tommy Hilfiger shirts like hanging on the wall like they were art, I'd be like, Brad?
I was once zooming with
Ideas.
someone who was in a room that had this wall, and I was like, I love those walls. She's like, oh, we just moved in. We're tearing them down immediately. I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's for trash people. Trash, you say hello.
Well, you guys, thank you so much for joining us in our brand new wooden basement set.
I hope you 555'd a lot.
We had a little, I feel like a cozy episode today to just kind of break
was
in the new
cute.
space. Right?
Yeah.
We're cozy. Talking about our favorite
Let's
exes
replace Esther.
with just
It's
my
so funny
glasses.
to just be so desperate for me to agree with you. No, put them back on.
Esther, how bad is your eyesight without?
I would get a
Do,
headache.
do I look
Wait, are
pretty?
you-
You
were
get a
you-
headache? You barely need them.
Were you a baby with glasses? Because those nothing is cuter than babies with glasses.
No, and I'm actually really offended that you thought that. No, I was a very cool.
Did you have a
baby.
helmet? They weren't
No,
doing
I
helmets
was a
back then.
cool baby. You don't know I was.
Yeah,
a cool,
you peaked
yeah.
in diapers.
I was very cool.
Can I see your glasses? Can we put through this?
This is my
To the
replacement.
corner. Give you a point. Hey guys, welcome to Trash Tuesday. We have Banana Pillow as a sit-in for.
We'll see you next week with a brand new episode. We love you. We love our new set and our new producers.
They can't hear you.
Oh. Fuck.
Thanks, guys. We love our new producers. We love our new set. This place rules.
So do waffles.
rule.
Waffles rule.
Bye,
We're
guys.
so lame. That's so lame. I
You
love
did
it.
that.
I know.
I say rules a lot.